How you going, folks? We're rolling into the beautiful Blue Mountains town of Blackheath. We're going to hang a left over the railway line because we're going down the Megalong Valley, which is a place that's near and dear to my heart. I used to live down there, had a little farm down there, and it's also got a fantastic little windy road down through the cool climate rainforest. What we're going to do today is hopefully have an adventure. Behind me I've got a big Stefano on his Royal Enfield Classic 500, completely stock and unmodified. That's what he calls his off-road bike. He loves to do things with style, old Stefano. Steph from Bikes, Burgers and Beers podcast. What should I say? Bikes, Burgers, Beers. Bikes with an underscore, burgers with an underscore, beers. And that's a fantastic podcast about Australian riders, Australian burgers and Australian beers. So he's well worth having a listen to. He's also a ex-motorcycle mechanic, incredible musician and all-round nice guy. So we're going to scoot down this Megalong Valley road and then turn right on a road called Peachtree, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we're going to find there aren't any locked gates and we can take a four-wheel drive track into some territory we haven't visited before. Those cars there, they're all probably rock climbers. In this area here in Blackheath, we're surrounded with some of the best rock climbing in the country. Down the end of that road back there is some incredible what they call sport climbing. Which is when people climb cliffs of varying levels, usually high levels of technical difficulty, and they protect themselves by clipping their carabiners and their ropes to stainless steel bolts which have been drilled and ramsetted into the cliff. It's quite a sport. Speaking of sport, here's the start line. We're on Megalong Valley Road now. Gentlemen, start your engines. Well, this is the fun bit. I'm out front today, which is nice. Usually when we're road riding, Big Steph rides his Harley Davidson XL 1200C Sportster. And you've probably seen videos of people on the internet scraping their bloody Harley Davidsons like they're going out of fashion. Well, that's what Steph does. Leaves sparks on these corners, and I usually can't keep up with him, even though I'm on, I guess, what you'd call technically a vastly superior bike. He's a very, very good rider, very smooth rider. We're coming up here one time and he scraping so hard he broke off his foot peg and brake pedal. Didn't stop him, just rode home with one leg sticking out. Oh, what a road, what a day. We're enjoying a balmy 11 degrees, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'll tell you what, we're coming out of winter in the Blue Mountains and it's very, very pleasant. Anything above 10 degrees, I call that perfect motorcycling weather. Of course, it gets pretty hot up here in summer. What month are we in? August, so we're still in winter really, so you know, Anything above 10 degrees, I'm going to call that a win. Green light. They're doing roadworks. They're resurfacing this section here. No, the section we just did actually, sorry, is been resurfaced. A little bit further, if any of you guys are coming down here, haven't been here before, watch out for people driving on the wrong side of the road, because the locals know this road pretty well and they just give it some curry. They don't worry too much about the lane markers. Just a little bit up ahead though, there's a big hole in the ground. There it is. So if ever you're coming down here, watch out for people coming on the wrong side of the road, but also watch out for that big crater on the left. Once you pass that, it's all nice. You could probably drive over it. It'll just give you a nasty shock if you hit it at speed. Oh God, this is nice. A lot of people rate roads on the quality of the surface and all that, and to be honest with you, some of the best riding I've enjoyed in Australia has been on pretty heavily degraded, potholed roads. You know, we're not a Grand Prix, well, I'm not a Grand Prix rider, that's for sure. Most people aren't, and if the surface is uneven, if it's got gravel, if it's got potholes like this, just take it easy. Have a good time. It's an extra challenge of your skills, so, you know. Nobody's timing you. You don't need to scrape knees on every corner, so I love this road. I don't care about the potholes. I enjoy the corners. I enjoy the beautiful scenery. If I wasn't concentrating on the road, I would have a look around and show you all the beautiful cliffs, like up there, up on the right. You probably can't see them, but I'll tell you what, I highly recommend everyone to come down here if you're ever in the Blue Mountains. It's only, what, 2 hours from the middle of Sydney. You can come out here. It's only short, but it's a gorgeous little road, and you can take this one all the way to the end, cross over the Cox's River. Is it the Cox's River? And yeah, at the start of what they call the 6-foot track, which is a real famous walking track that goes from Katoomba, home of the Three Sisters, to Jenolan Cave, which is a stunning and interesting area. It's all limestone and there's a bunch of big caves there. Back in the, I don't know, 1800s or something, they built a big hotel out there, Jenolan Caves House. You can go and stay out there. So a lot of people will do this trek called the 6-foot track. It's about 45 kilometres, so they'll go out there bushwalking and they'll walk from one place to the other and maybe catch a bus home. And of course, once a year they have the 6-foot track marathon, where some crazy people decide to run the whole thing, 45k through the bush, up and down mountains. They're a lot more committed than I am, that's for sure. But it's very beautiful, and I believe it got its name, the 6-foot track. Oh, there's a campsite we just passed if you ever want to come and camp out here. Free campsite. And you get your water out of the creek. The 6-foot track, yeah, was so named because so you could get your bullock train, because they did logging and that kind of stuff out there towards Jenolan, the bullock drays and what have you, and they kept the track 6 foot wide so you could get your wagon through if you're going out to Jenolan Caves House, or if you're shifting logs with a bullock dray. So here we are in beautiful Megalong. The sun is out, 14.5 degrees, not 11 degrees, 14.5. What a beautiful day. Perfect motorcycling weather. So yeah, there's the cliffs. Back quite a long time ago, before I got into motorcycling, I was a rock climbing instructor, rock climbing guide. Worked for a mob called the Australian School of Mountaineering, and we used to run a lot of trips out on those cliffs, all the cliffs around the Blue Mountains region. It was an incredible experience. You know, there's endless amounts, there's thousands of climbing routes up here in the Blue Mountains of varying levels of difficulty and varying levels of danger, I guess. The danger not being like your alpine environment where you're going to get avalanche and stuff, more to do with what do you call it, the varying qualities of rock, shall we say. So sometimes the rock was a bit soft because this is all sandstone. So on the odd occasion, maybe you're pulling on what they call an ironstone band, and they could potentially snap off, which is sort of takes the fun a little bit out of it, particularly if you fall off. That's all part of the adventure. Taking a risk, it's just like riding a motorcycle. I actually think this is probably a lot safer, to be honest. Yeah, and also if you're climbing on like a big feature on the rock, like a crack, rock climbers will often carry, you know, specialised equipment with them. We call them nuts, hexes and camming devices. So this is our Peachtree Road. We're going to go and hopefully find this four-wheel drive track up here a little bit. And I'm going to turn on my map. So bear with me for a second, folks. Just going to configure the map.
Yeah, man.
Using this HEMA four-wheel drive Explorer. The jury's still out on is it any good, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, take your time, son. Did you enjoy the ride?
Hey?
Did you enjoy the ride?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Bloody ocean, mate. It's great.
It's 15.5 degrees right where we are right now.
Beautiful.
Well, we're having trouble, Stefano. It's not finding where we are. I'm going to close everything down. Close it. Probably another map was using it. Let's try again. Come on, you can do this HEMA four-wheel drive map. Sorry, we are not able to retrieve the information you requested. Well, we're going to follow by the seat of our pants today. I probably should have downloaded this map. And yeah. I did, with my photographic memory, Steph.
I've got a photographic memory.
Good, oh good. If we find this trail,
Yeah.
which I haven't yet imprinted, all we have to do, there's one left turn once we're on, and that'll take us all the way to Cox's River Road. But we've just got to find the first, once we're on the first one, if there's no gates, we're all good. But from there, just got to turn left.
Yep.
Just going to do my U-Butte because I'm on this high-tech bike. Press all the buttons. 15.5, so okay, ABS is off. Everything's off. It's, yeah, well, the other thing, Steph, is if we miss it, we go up Ward Road, which goes somewhere. Yeah, and then we'll just come back and like keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah.
But it's,
We've both got full tanks, mate. Let's do it. Adventure time.
that's right. We're both on adventure bikes. Alright, this is Peachtree Road, they call it. Well, it's called Peachtree Road. There's something that looks like it's going to be a good bonfire soon. When I lived down here, this road was all dirt and corrugated. It wasn't great on the old AU Falcon. Subaru was okay. I had a Subaru, what do you call it, L-Wagon. That was good. Somehow or other I managed to crash that into a tree. But yeah, the AU Falcon. And then of course we had a bunch of horses up there. The horses didn't like the corrugations too much either, to be honest with you. Horses are inherently lazy, of course. What's this? Somebody's property. Let's have a quick look. Let's go and have a...
Is that it, you reckon?
I'll go and have a quick look.
Alright.
I'll see what it says. What's it say? Private property. No, you can't go up there. No unauthorised access. Okay, so it's not that one. Didn't think it was in the first place. I think the turn-off's up ahead just before Peachtree peels around to the left. What would you be rather doing? I mean, there's probably lots of things a lot of people would be rather doing, but I tell you what, this is so nice. Now, 5 Mile Creek Road, okay. There's a gate. I think it's still further up, but we're going to find this trail, and if we can get on it, if we're allowed on it, we're going to go and explore it. Having said that, how good's this? Beautiful Australian bushland, nice roads, the odd corner or two. Oh, this used to be fun. Corrugated as hell. It's much nicer now that I tell you it's all bitumen. Up here there's a real nice winery. If you're ever in the Blue Mountains region, you like a drop of plonk, then a fella called John Darragh opened a winery up here. I believe was certainly the first winery on Peachtree Road. There's another winery up the other end of the Megalong called Dry Ridge. I don't know which one was first, but Darragh, D-A-R-R-A-G-H, Darragh wines, absolutely superb reds. Well, that's all I've tried of his actually, the reds. He probably makes a good white as well. Wonder what that is. That could have been a turn off. This is a Wagyu farm. You could have yourself a nice bottle of Shiraz or whatever they are, anyway, red wine from Darragh Wines. I don't know much about wine, I'll be honest, but I'll tell you what, I've had a couple of bottles of it and it's bloody delicious. So, and I could be wrong, but I think it's all organic or something. Some people say organic wines don't give you a hangover. Well, I've got to be honest, it's not been my experience. I find it's the alcohol that gives you a hangover, not the pesticides or what have you. So here is Peachtree Cabins, Sugarloaf Road. I wonder where that trail goes. I think that could be the one we're looking for. And yeah, if there's any gates and it says do not cross this gate, we will not cross the gate. It's called having an adventure, isn't it? Come on, baby. Come on. Well, this is nice. Let's see how the Enfield goes in the mud. Oh, this is nice. Probably someone's driveway. Hey, horsies. Might have a chat to this bloke. Hello, mate. We're just exploring. Is this like private access? Or, oh, okay.
Back up on that gate, it says it's private property.
Oh, I didn't see it. My mistake, mate. I'll do a U-turn. How you going, doggy? Question, brother. Is there another track that goes through to Cox's River Road, like further up off Peachtree, or?
It's all private property.
All of it, okay. Yeah. I've got the HEMA map. It doesn't show anything like that. It just says easy four-wheel drive track.
Yeah, don't trust the maps.
My apologies.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks, mate.
Well, we just learnt about our adventure time. Doesn't hurt to be courteous to people. I didn't see the sign. There you go. Well, that was our short adventure. We're going to do some more exploring though. This is all, of course, within our local government area. And motorcycling is a legitimate form of exercise. Look at this one. Alright. Geez, he's lucky to live down here, eh? There's Big Steph on his special off-road edition Enfield Bullet 500. India's finest motorcycle. When I was a lot younger, I did a bit of a, what do they call it in that Men at Work song, a hippie trail full of zombies. Well, I went and spent 6 months in India, and I had one of those for a month or two.
What do you reckon? What do you say?
Yeah, no, it's all private, but I know that this road continues onto another road called Ward Road.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the private property sign. Can you see a private property sign, brother?
Last gate.
Ah.
This one, but the one back there, there's a little sign.
Yeah.
I didn't see it either until we were going back.
Yeah, a poor bloke probably has to deal with it every weekend, eh? All right, let's go and have a look at Ward Road.
Yeah.
I'd call that an honest mistake. Now we know. Oh, it's still beautiful doing a little bit of, I don't want to call it exploring. It's not like we're exploring. There's a road here. But we're certainly seeing where we can go, and you people watching may want to come out here and have a look around yourself. It is just gorgeous. I don't know if the camera picked up that roselle or what went past just then. What's that say? Kalula Holt Road, private property. That's that one. I think we're still okay down here. That's still bitumen. Kalula Holt. Okay, yeah. 25 kilometres. Oh, I thought it was 25 kilometres. I was going to say it'd be nice if we go down there. 25 kilometres an hour. This, of course, is a 100 zone. I don't know if my memory's correct, but we went up, my family went up to, oh, look at this, holy mackerel, what a nice part of the world. I think we're out of road though. Canimbla Downs. Trespassers will be prosecuted. That would be us. Sadly. That's got to be private as well. He did say everything's private around here. Yeah, I was just thinking, I remember there used to be street signs. They didn't say 60 or 80 or 75 or anything. They just had a black circle with a black line through it, and I remember they were called de-restriction zones. They certainly had them in the Northern Territory, and I'm pretty sure there was one that where I grew up down in the Yarra Valley in Victoria, went across the Yarra River there, a de-restriction zone, because I remember my mum saying, oh, there's the de-restriction zone, beauty. And then I could well be mistaken. Please write in the comments if I am mistaken. The de-restriction zone meant you could go as fast as you want. Now, I could be completely wrong about that, but I like the concept of it. De-restriction, you're no longer restricted to go at any speed according to the rule book. You just do what feels right to you. Beautiful tree-lined road, this. All within spitting distance of Sydney. Not that being within spitting distance of Sydney is a good thing. Sydney is what it is. It's got what it's got. It offers what it offers. I do prefer a bit of fresh air. Few trees, maybe some grass if you're lucky. Yeah, city over country any day of the week. However, both me and Big Steph play in various musical bands, so being within spitting distance of Sydney is good because we can roll down the hill. Takes an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you can be right there in the inner city in some kind of trendy pub playing music, people are dancing, everyone's having a fantastic time. So, you know, you can do that, but it's a lot less often and the distance are a lot further if you're in further out. I had a trip planned a couple of months ago, just before they locked everything bloody down. Going to nip out to the Darling River and follow the Darling River down what they call the Darling River Run, western New South Wales, and I'd organised to stay at the Barradine pub in a town called Barradine in the Pilliga region. And I was going to go out there and play guitar, sing a few songs, and they were going to put me up as the price, which I thought was pretty damn good. Actually, it would have been the first time I've travelled with a guitar on the back of the motorbike. They're not exactly, guitars are not exactly conducive to motorbikes, or vice versa. I was really looking forward to it. Up at a very motorcycle friendly club pub, I should say, in Barradine, called Reggie's Tattersalls Hotel. The boys got motorcyclists going through there and staying there. And of course up the road in a town called Pilliga, there's natural hot springs. You can go and soothe your weary bones. So, and there's the beautiful Warrumbungles mountain range, not far away near Cooranabbarabran. And what I believe is almost endless tracks for you to explore in the Pilliga National Park, I think it is, on your motorbike. Of course, none of that happened, so here I am riding around in my local area, trying to find any dirt road that'll let me ride on it. Tell me, Steph, do you want to go down there?
Yeah, we're going to go bridle trail again. The bridle track.
Oh, the 6 foot track?
Oh, 6 foot track, sorry.
Yeah, you know what else we could do? Go right up to the end of Megalong Road.
Yeah.
I know that there's a 4-wheel drive trail that just keeps going and goes all the way to the end of Narrowneck where there's a helicopter pad. I don't think we can get through. It's probably got a locked gate, but I know people do go there.
Yeah. Well, I'll follow you then.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Oh. So we do these failed adventures so you don't have to. I can pretty categorically say that road that turns right, which does say you can get all the way out to Cox's River Road in Hartley region, Megalong Valley. Private property, don't go through there. However, just this regular public access road, how good is it? If you've got a motorcycle, there's no way you can come down here and not enjoy yourself. Of course, for you non-Australian viewers, if there are any, you can probably see a lot of trees along the side of the road with yellow flowers on them. That's our national emblem, that is the wattle. They come out in winter, unlike most flowers of any type anywhere in the world, I guess. Maybe I'll get a bit of a zoom in and have a closer look later on, or you can have a closer look. But to be honest with you, I'm very surprised if anybody from overseas is watching this video. I'd be very surprised if anyone who isn't somebody I know, a close mate or something, is watching this video. But if you are, wattles. And this is what's known as a pothole. Blackberries, oh yeah. Five Mile Creek Road. Oh yes, I saw that on the map. We'll definitely go have a look at that. It's got a street sign on it. Probably goes for 5 miles. And I did see when we were on Peachtree Road a little bit earlier, the other end of that, it said 5 Mile Creek Road. So we'll definitely go have a look at that one on the way back. Nothing like exploring your local government area within COVID-safe parameters in 2021. Spring Hill Road's a no through. Isn't it funny, when I lived down here, all I'd ever do was just go straight up Peachtree Road and turn left and go home. Did have a horse that used to down a bit further here at a place called Euroka. I don't know why we did that. Maybe it was while we're still moving down or something, I don't know. Maybe we're trying to keep them separated. Gotta keep them separated. Dun, 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 dun. Euroka. Cute little church on the right. I don't know if the camera picked up that little red bird on the left, but that's called a rosella, for those of you who aren't from around here. Something so great about riding motorbikes, isn't there? Just it's almost a little bit, I think, like when you got a pen and a paper and you just start doodling and you start drawing spirals. It's just like that, but much bigger. You're drawing spirals with your motorbike. It's all curves. Look at these people enjoying the serenity. I'd be surprised if they're from the local government area though. Maybe they're Blue Mountains locals, I don't know. I shouldn't assume that they're either from the Blue Mountains or not. Now this here is the start of the 6-foot track. We'll go and have a look at that afterwards, I reckon. Hey Steph, I know you want to make a video. Do you want to go and have a look at that on the way back?
Yeah, we'll look on the way back.
Yeah, and we'll just see what we can get away with up here. Beaut. Yeah, Pack Saddlers. It says no through road past Pack Saddlers.
Okay, yeah.
But, well, yeah, there is a road, which we're just not allowed on it.
Yeah.
When I say road, I mean 4-wheel drive track. Those cliffs up there are on a land formation known as Narrow Neck. That runs from Katoomba and heads more or less south for about 10 kilometres. If we can get through, which we probably can't, this road goes all the way past the end of Narrow Neck out into the Blue Mountains National Park, into an area known as the Wild Dog Mountains. And all the names of the landforms in this area, in that area, they've got like dog names like Yellow Pup Spur and Good Dog Ridge and all this kind of stuff. Obviously whoever went out there mapping it first, they've probably seen a lot of wild dogs out there. Gravel road. Doesn't look like gravel to me, but I know it gets gravelly further up. Here we go. Should give you guys a better view over that bloody dark windscreen. I made a mistake getting such a dark windscreen on the bike. Of course the other one got a crack in it when I threw the bike away on a turn where I was, let's say I overcooked it a little. So I got this dark screen. I thought it'd look really cool. It does look cool, but it doesn't make it fantastic when you've got a camera on your chin. And the chin camera can't see over it. Of course, where I'm sitting, I can see over it, no problems at all. But sorry, viewers, about that dark screen. I should have just got another clear one. But hey, I reckon my bike looks cool. And let's face it, looking cool's something we all like to do, even if we say we don't. Yeah, swapped the screen for this beautiful dark smoke one, which has ruined the YouTube videos, and put on one of those LED U-Butte LED headlights from AliExpress. I think I bought the cheapest one available. It's a beaut, absolutely fantastic, much brighter, everything, all good. Looks cool, makes the bike look a lot newer than what it is. And this one's a 2009 GS 1200. Yeah, only thing is you can't adjust it. The reason I bought it is because the adjustability in my one broke. Something come loose when I crashed the bike, and yeah, so I got this guy. You can't adjust it, but the beautiful thing is somehow or other the thing just points in the right direction and you don't need to adjust it. So I can't even remember which one it is. I believe they're pretty much all the same. These AliExpress or Wish or whatever they are, LED headlight replacement things. So if you ride an older GS 1200, yep, they're good. Just screws in nicely. Did buy also like a stone chip protector thing, some kind of Perspex stone chip protector. That I cannot fit to it. Just doesn't go, so that was a bit of a letdown, but whatevs. I think it cost me 180 bucks in the end. It wasn't super expensive, so if I do get a stone chip, it happens. I'll take the risk, especially as I can't put the stone chip cover on it. I'll just get another one. $1,805. Must be lot 1,805. So this joint here, this is called Pack Saddlers. They do, don't want to go down that hole, thank you very much. They do trail rides. Beautiful horses. Look at the Palomino.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. It does go, but clearly you're not allowed.
So really there's no way across the Cox's River. It's all private property, eh?
Yeah. That's what we learnt today.
Yeah.
I did notice, did you see 5 Mile Creek Road?
Yep.
That goes through to Peachtree, because I had a look. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll do 6 foot track, and then we'll do 5 Mile Creek Road.
Yeah.
And then our fine viewers will have had a chance to explore every possible road in this region.
That's it.
And save them having to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
All 3 of them. 2 of you, which are probably you and me. Alrighty, am I still going?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Okay. Well, I don't, but... Good times. Nothing like a bug up your nostril. Alright. Luckily it was a small bug and I don't think it went too far up. Australia. What is this? No public access. Probably the same deal as last time. Oh, is that a real bird? Nah, it's a fake bird on top of that house over there. They're faking it, I tell you. There's an anthill. I've got to say, I was pretty sure we wouldn't be able to get through a lot of these roads, but I wanted to come down here anyway. It gives us an excuse to get out on the bikes. And these roads are fun anyway. Back on the blacktop. Such as it is, a few holes in it. Of course, I haven't been making videos for very long, as you can probably tell by the quality of this video. I always feel like I've got to keep talking. And you've got these moments of silence. It's kind of awkward just scooting around, but hey, I'm not an expert. Now, I know Steph wanted to get some footage of the 6 foot track, Dry Ridge Estate. It's a dead end as far as you know, public access and motorcycles go, but it is very beautiful, so we'll scoot down there. It's only about 1.5 km. First time I went down there, I ran into a fella on a, oh, he was on a BMW as well. And I just asked him about it. He said, oh, you can't get down the river from there. I'm like, oh no, I'm just having a look. I've never seen the gate open before. I assume he was one of the landowners, but he didn't mind me going down and have a look, so I'm going to assume again, you know what they say about assuming, but I'm going to assume again that it is okay, it is public access, and we can go down and have a look. If I bought my bloody pannier bags, I could have bought a bottle of plonk from the estate, if it's open. Dry Ridge Estate. Not that I'm drinking any plonk at the moment. Aspinall Road, 6-foot track Eco Lodge. Aspinall, it's a road. What's that say? Dry Ridge Estate, 2.2 kilometres. Megalong Creek Estate, 2.2 kilometres.
Contrary to what Google and others would have you believe, there is no vehicle access to Cox's River.
Yeah, that's right. But this is a road, there's a street sign, and it doesn't say public, and you can get to these. We can do a winery tour and buy 1, 2, 3 bottles of plonk. Support local businesses if they're open.
Support the locals, eh?
That's a shit, but they're probably not open.
They're probably not. That doesn't matter.
You know what? We might stop and have a look at that little 6-foot track sign. Okay. Six-foot track is closed due to COVID-19.
Yeah.
You can't have people walking in the bush.
Until 9th of July, so it's open now.
Oh, don't hold your breath. They probably just haven't changed the sign. So,
about it. But it says you are here.
yeah, starts at Katoomba. It's 45 kilometres.
Yeah.
And they do have a marathon every year.
Yeah. But that's a walking trail though, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
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 So we'll only be able to get to like
2.2 kilometres from here, that's it.
right. So probably up here where the winery is or something.
Yeah, there's a gate, look.
Yeah.
Unlike, or maybe that's, no, that'll be it, that's the gate.
No, but that can't be too k's.
Well,
surely.
from here to here is 45.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know.
Well, that's, hang on, from that marker to that marker is 3.5. But from there to there, that says,
No,
oh no,
it's-
from there to there is 7.5. So this here's got to be that gate right there.
And then that's the one we're stopping at.
I guess so.
Oh, whatevs. Anyway,
Unless they're cattle. Oh, yeah, no, it says gate. Okay.
look, it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll just
We,
go.
we know how far we can go down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might buy a bottle of plonk. If I do buy a bottle of plonk or two, have you got rem in your panniers? Because I didn't put my pannier on.
Oh no, okay. Yeah, I should be able to shift over some stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
They might be probably closed. I just want to, try and do the right thing.
Cox's River Campground. Yeah, I don't think we go that far.
No, you can't.
No.
No, it's just bushwalking.
Yeah. Oh well. We go to where we go.
My oath. Oh, ... vehicular track. Well, if we could, which we can't get down here.
No.
I've
No,
got this.
That's on the other side of the river.
I've got this dream of somehow getting from this part of the world to this road, off-road, but I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, because
That trail we were on before, that does go through. We're just not allowed.
yeah.
Pretty soon we'll be able to ride out to Jenolan Caves on the bitumen.
Yeah.
Due to
So
COVID-19.
That's vehicular track. But see, we got to get to that.
You
side
can't
of
get there.
Cox's River.
Well, what's this?
Megalong Cemetery. down
Oh,
that
that's
way.
Megalong Road. That's where we just went.
Yeah,
And we're going to go do 5 Mile Creek afterwards,
but that's
up here somewhere. What's this?
Yeah, that's a vehicular road. So we just stopped there and came back, didn't we?
There was a sign saying no vehicular access to the Cox's River campground.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
that's that.
I mean, you can, but you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Basically, you can't do any of this stuff because people live here and they like to be left alone, don't they?
Fair enough.
Lucky bastards.
I don't blame them.
No.
I still think it sucks.
It sucks for us. It's good for them. There's a little bushwalker. So the Blue Mountains is mostly sandstone, but here we are, there's granite everywhere. So I guess where we are right now is where the, or what evidence of the bed of granite that goes underneath the entire Blue Mountains region. So the nominal height of the Blue Mountains is around 1,000 metres. What's that, 3,000 feet? 1,000 metres. And it actually was formed a very, very long time ago when Australia was still connected to India and Antarctica. When it was part of Gondwana, there was a big mountain range in the centre of the continent, mega continent. What are they? Was it called? Pangaea? No, Gondwana. Gondwana. And I think Pangaea was the supercontinent when all of them were together. Big mountain range. And of course with the mountain range you get rainfall, and with rainfall you get rivers. And there was a river that the delta of the river came out and roughly around this what they call the Sydney Basin. I'm just going to stop here for a second. Have a go at that. And hey, look, there's some bushwalkers. And yeah, river delta silted up as it does, bringing with it all the bits of earth and sand and gravel down from the mountain range, which I believe is roughly in the area of Alice Springs, the West MacDonnell Ranges. And it eroded over, I think, a period of 350 million years. And yeah, formed a big river delta, and now underneath that big river delta was a bedrock of granite. And that granite belt runs all the way from Cape York in the far northern, the furthest northern tip of Australia, all the way down to Wilson's Promontory. And as Australia moved out in towards the Pacific Ocean and left Antarctica behind, it I guess it acted as somewhat of a bulldozer and pushed the river delta up. And that river delta then became the Blue Mountains, and being sand and being silt and being all the whatever the river brought down with it, rainfall and wind erosion carved all the canyons and cliffs into it that we know today. So yeah, the Blue Mountains are really a river valley. That's why they're not very high. A little bit, when I say a little bit, like really not far further west of here is the main granite belt mountains known as the Great Dividing Range, which divides the eastern seaboard of Australia to, well, basically the rest of it. Gates are closed. This, I think, is as good a place as anywhere to stop. What do we think, brother?
I don't know, man.
We think it's
Yeah,
pretty...
We can't turn left up there either, can we?
Oh no, that's a dead end.
Yeah,
But
because the road just there, but that goes into private property.
yeah, no, that where we went last week, that's the end of it. But how's the Serenity?
It's even better when we turn the motors off.
You don't want to ruin it.
Don't want to rush on.
Okay, so 5 Mile Creek Road.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
All right. So it's only 2.2 kilometres, but I tell you what, if you are in the region, maybe you're coming up from Sydney, it's a nice little adventure, isn't it? You can scoot up to Katoomba, take you about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on the traffic. And you can come out to Blackheath, have a little explore around here on these nice roads, catch yourself a little bit of serenity. Blackheath's even got a fish and chip shop. And I'll tell you what, if you go to the Ivanhoe Hotel in Blackheath, they make bloody good pies. Amazing pies. Honestly, you've never had a pie like the pies they make at the Ivanhoe Hotel in Blackheath. So highly recommend stopping into the Ivanhoe Hotel and getting yourself a pie of some description. Beef pie or whatever the daily special is. Chicken and mushroom. Unbelievable they are. The kind of pie you really want to eat with a knife and fork. Maybe even tuck your serviette into your shirt. Fine dining. Denise's pies. That's who makes them, Denise. They were so good. There was a, I believe, okay, I'm talking conjecture, but they look the same. Somebody bought the recipe from Denise and opened a bakery called Bakery on Wentworth, about a block away from the pub. So all the well-heeled tourists who come up to visit Blackheath could go and get themselves, you know, the trendy artisanal version. With sadly, the pastry's not as fluffy or as soft. But they do offer more flavours like your tandoori chicken and yogurt, you know. But if you want the original, go to the Ivanhoe Hotel in Blackheath, play yourself a game of 20-cent pool, and get yourself one of Denise's pies. They are fair income legit, and I'm not saying that because I'm a local, the best pies you can get in the country. And I can say that pretty good authority. Down in Penrith, down the bottom of the hill on the other side of the river, there's a pie shop in the high street there, and they won some kind of award for best pies in Australia or whatever, but I guess they actually entered the competition. I don't think Denise's pies ever went into a competition. I don't think they need to. I don't think cooking or music or any form of art really is a competition. I'll tell you what, folks, if you're in Blackheath, go to the Ivanhoe, have a skewy, have a game of 20-cent pool, and have a pie. Righto. back on the Megalong Valley Road. Down to the Cox's River. If you ever come up here on a hot day, you can, a little bit further, there's a little trail that goes on the other side of the stream, goes down there. You can have a swim. Last time I was down here, there were some very attractive young women having a swim, and they weren't really bothering with any of that swimming costume action, so I'm assuming they were European. Should never assume. But that was nice, because I did the right thing and went further upstream, chose so as to not make them feel uncomfortable, and did my very best not to look downstream at all. But yeah, there's a good swimming hole down there. Highly recommend it. And obviously your bathing costume is optional depending on how you feel about that kind of stuff. I imagine they were pretty confident and didn't mind getting their kit off. So I'd say good on them. Should be more of it. $55, you reckon? Okay. One of the cute things just up ahead here in this little 60 zone is a school. Megalong Valley School. And even today, some of the kids ride to school on horseback. It's one of those primary schools where they've got everybody from kindergarten age up to year 6. They're all together in that little schoolhouse, so that's really cute. And I'm glad it's still going, and I'm glad there's enough people down here still having enough kids to keep it operating, because that's a pretty good way to grow up. Of course, from here in 15 minutes you can go up the Megalong Valley Road, up the twisties, up to Blackheath, and then it's another 15 minutes on to Katoomba. Of course, if you turn left when you go to Blackheath, that's well, you can take that road all the way to Perth. But when lockdowns are lifted, we'll have a look. Here's this new one, 5 Mile Creek Road. When lockdowns are lifted, we'll go out there and take the back roads out to Tarana. Oh, this is cool. Wow, look at that. Oh God, I've got a bad angle, but that's some kind of building up there. Looks like architecturally designed.
Yeah.
How'd you be? Bloody hell. Nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
There's some new roads, Steph.
Yeah.
Thought we knew the Megalong.
Another one just back there too. It's a no-through road.
Yeah, yeah.
Spring Road or something.
Yeah, it said no access to this, that or the other.
Yeah.
I think it just goes down to like alongside Euroka down to someone's farm. So, do you want to have a look?
Why not, eh?
It made me thinking about, have you ever had one of those pies from the Ivanhoe Hotel in Blackheath? How good are they?
They're pretty good.
Oh. How'd you be down here? Look at the ghost gums, isn't that beautiful?
exploring. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
I think the audio is better when the visor's shut, but I can see better when the visor's open. 5 Mile Creek Road. There's some serenity. Just going to stop. Those mountains over there. That's Mount Strongleg, I believe. You probably can't see it through the trees. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll find a better view. Mount Strongleg is connected to a series of cliffs called Canangra Walls, which you can go out to, go to Jenolan Caves and just keep going. It's a dirt road a lot of the way after Jenolan. And it's stunning, and then you can, from the car park, you can go out and take some pretty specky photos if you want, and dangle your legs off the edge of Canangra Walls. Some people can, I've done it, you can walk all the way from Katoomba to Canangra. So that 6-foot track where we looked at the sign before, that's 45 k's, roughly, you know, roughly due east. West. Never eat soggy Wheaties. Roughly west. But if you head roughly southwest from Katoomba and you go out through the Wild Dog Mountains, follow the Yellow Pup Spur down to the Cox's River, then back up the other side up Mount Strongleg, eventually you'll find yourself out at Canangra Walls, or you can just drive all the way around on the bitumen past Jenolan Caves. Here we are back on Peachtree Road. So that's about all the exploring we're going to do today, I think. You've seen this road already.